Hey YouTube, it's your girl Sasha Ravae, and today I want to talk about autosuggestion. Whether you say you can or you can't, you're right. Stop going into situations expecting the worst, because that's exactly what you're going to get. In other words, once you expect something to happen, your behaviors, thoughts, and reactions will actually contribute to making that expectation occur. For example, if you think you'll ace an interview and expect it to go well, you're more likely to do a good job. If you think you'll win a race, you're more likely to train, prepare, and perform in a way that gives you a greater chance of victory. Using suggestion in this way can be a powerful tool in accomplishing our goals, but many of us get caught up on the other side of things, thinking only of our limitations. But just so you know, Queen, the power of suggestion is just as powerful in those situations too. Autosuggestion is a method of succeeding in life, claiming that you can alter your subconscious mind or trick it into believing certain things which will later manifest into reality. It is a well-known fact that we believe whatever we repeat to ourselves, whether the statement be true or not. After all, repetition is all learned. Understanding how we can communicate with and engage our mind enables us to generate accurate suggestions for effective change for us. When an idea is focused upon, it becomes magnified. This is so relevant for goal management, ego strengthening, and even more so, positive change. When an idea has powerful emotion behind it, there is more likelihood that the idea will be realized. Negative ideas and thoughts, such as phobias, are powerful because they tend to have strong emotions, such as fear, attached to them. With sufficient repetition, the subconscious mind will consider something to be true. Say to yourself every day, in every way, I am getting better and better. It's important to repeat it at least 20 times each night. It is not sufficient enough to just say it once. Successful conditioning takes time and repetition. Number 1, thoughts create a physical reaction. Everything you think, every emotion, every idea causes a physical reaction within your body. Emotions can have both short-term and longer-term effects. Number 2, what you expect happens. What you expect tends to be realized, whether good or bad. We become what we think about. The brain and nervous system responds to mental images. Whether these images are imagined or real, the nervous system will respond in the same way. If you expect to be ill, you are focusing your mind and body towards that. If you believe that your nerves will stop you from performing well, they will. However, if you believe that you will give a confident performance, that is where your mental energy and focus is directed. This is an important rule to consider when we are working with generally negative or limiting beliefs. Changing to a more positive mindset will enhance your work. Always think that what you have to do is easy. If you think it is difficult, you will use more effort than you need to. Number 3, your imagination is more powerful than reason or knowledge. Our body doesn't differentiate between what is real and what is imagined, so it will produce what our mind believes. If you believe something to be real or true, that is more powerful than the actual truth. Our imagination can either work for or against us. Imagination, together with a strong emotion such as fear, cannot be changed just with reason. Imagination is more powerful than willpower. Your imagination creates emotions, stimulates creativity and innovation, an essential element in expansion and growth. Number 4, what we think, we create. What we think about is what we create, and opposing ideas cannot be held at the same time without causing conflict. The mind can only respond to what you think about and prefers thoughts to be focused on the same outcome. It prefers to move in the direction of its dominant thoughts. When two thoughts are in opposition, this can cause stress. However, a dominant emotion can always outweigh a weaker one. The technique of anchoring creates a resource store of positive emotions. So when someone is fearful of giving a presentation, for example, they can use their confidence anchor, formed by connecting many of their experiences of confidence, to override the fear that they are feeling. Remember, you are her, queen. Ideas remain until replaced. When the subconscious mind accepts an idea, it remains there until it is replaced by another. The longer the idea remains, the more opposition there is with replacing it with a new one. When an idea has become subconsciously accepted, the more an idea is acted upon, the stronger and more fixed that thinking becomes, and the more a fixed way of behaving is established. To change the behavior, it is necessary to change the thoughts and ideas. Thus, a mental habit can become a physical one. Number 6, suggestions lead to greater acceptance. Each suggestion acted upon allows for greater acceptance of following suggestions. Each suggestion acted upon creates less opposition to successive suggestions. Once a habit is formed, it is easier to follow and more difficult to break. Giving suggestions that a person wants, such as feeling good and relaxing, sets a behavioral response for future suggestions, which may be less easy. You can use the power of suggestion right now to create the experiences you desire in your own life. Here's how to do it. Number 1, create a network of support. Identify the people who believe in you and stay close to them. We are influenced by both deliberate and non-deliberate suggestions. How people talk to us, their body language, tone, and implications matter just as much as their words. Positive influence brings positive suggestions. Think about who you spend the most time with and make sure that they bring positive energy only, honey. That alone will help to create more positive outcomes in your life. Think too about how your own behavior is suggestive. When you're interacting with others, you are making non-deliberate suggestions with your body language, attitude, and attention too. These subtle suggestions can build people up and inspire them or tear them down, all without you saying a word. Number 2, maintain a flexible mindset. When we are locked into a fixed mindset, we tend to take failure personally and see little opportunity for improvement. This is limiting. It's better to remain open to any outcome. And when suggestions or influences come into your life, consider those that take you closer to your goals. With flexible thinking, you can continue to learn, grow, and improve, and draw things into your life that will only influence your progress for the better. Number 3, tune into the moment. This is good advice for just about anything, but as with so many things, awareness is required to help us identify the suggestions that are coming our way in the first place. If you are not aware of the messages you're sending or receiving from others, it's tough to counteract the negative suggestions you hear. So tune into what's going on around you. Get more curious, and the suggestions that could influence you will become easier to spot. Then you can give special attention to those that are most helpful and encouraging. Number 4, understand that the power of suggestion is always working. If you expect something to happen, if someone or something suggests to you a specific outcome, your expectations of that outcome play a major role in its occurrence. The expectation or suggestion alone often unconsciously changes your behavior and your responses to help bring into reality the outcome you are expecting. If you want to achieve, visualize what you need to do to achieve, not you actually achieving. Number 1, write this statement on a piece of paper. I am more confident than I think of myself. Every form of power and strength is inside of me. I just have to believe and work hard. Number 2, read this statement every day when you wake up in the morning. Read this in the afternoon, also at night before you go to sleep. Number 3, revise, update, and reorder this statement whenever you want. And lastly, now you must take action. When you read these statements over and over again, you will be motivated to take action, which will bring you closer to your goals. You will ultimately start to follow your intuition more. This technique is like building a habit. The more you do it, the better you get. If you practice autosuggestion daily, you will enjoy multiple benefits in your life and will have a better chance of accomplishing your goals. You will start to feel stronger and in control of your actions and decisions. You will appear confident and more self-disciplined when facing anything in your life. Learning how to control your thoughts is essential. Your parents taught you what to eat, what to wear, what to do. So did your teachers and to some extent your peers. Everything you have or don't have in life is because of the way you think. The way you think is largely determined by how you're programmed. You may think you're an agent of free will, but you're operating on autopilot. Your subconscious runs the show 90 to 95% of the time. I hate to break it to you. Your parents, your church, your social group, your teachers, the media, all of these forces acted on you on some level during your childhood. Reprogramming yourself in your mind to think and act in new ways is how you become a whole new person. To change the subconscious mind, autosuggestion is just one tool you can use. But if you use it right, it's a really good one. There are many ways you can do autosuggestion, but the most efficient and fastest way is through affirmations. Number 1, identify what you want to change. Your brain is an automatic goal-seeking mechanism. If you haven't programmed yourself with new goals, you will automatically strive toward the goals that are placed in your subconscious. Guess what they are? I'll wait. The ones you've been programmed with already, which may be negative. If what you're suggesting is at odds with beliefs that are strongly lodged in your subconscious mind, they won't work. The past beliefs programmed into your subconscious have had more time to take root. As a result, they are stronger. These need to be uprooted before positive change can take place. This can also be done through autosuggestion. Number 2, relax yourself. For the purpose of autosuggestion, meditation in an isolated environment is the most effective tool. Meditation involves relaxing into an awake yet comfortable state. This puts you into a trance, which opens up your subconscious mind to greater influence. Number 3, believe, Queen. Your suggestions must be believable. You have to deeply believe in the amount of change you can have on yourself and your environment as a whole. Most of us spend all day thinking of negative thoughts and negative outcomes. What would happen if we thought the opposite for once? Number 4, feeling is the secret. Sensation precedes manifestation and is the foundation upon which all manifestations exist. Be careful of your moods and feelings, for there is a powerful connection between your feelings and your reality. The more punch you can pack behind your suggestion, the better your results. Your subconscious is influenced strongly by your emotions. Remember, we don't think in words, we think in pictures. How will you feel when you achieve your goals? Stay in that emotional state and make that your dominant feeling. Again, you do this through constant repetition. Number 5, I am. Your auto-suggestion / affirmation must be in first person and present tense. For example, I am fill in the blank. You have to see the future already finished in advance. You have to think long term. There's no such thing as the past or the future because they are conceptions of the mind. Everything exists now and will always exist now because that is the only reality. This means that whoever you want to be already exists. You just need to tap into this reality by taking action right now. This pretty much means that dwelling on the past and worrying about the future will only get you the same thing you've always gotten. Number 6, think positively. Your auto-suggestion must be positive. You cannot use words like no, never, don't, can't, etc. in your suggestions. Your subconscious only responds to positive commands such as I am always confident versus I am never nervous. See the difference? When you focus on an outcome like I am never nervous, you focus on don't be nervous, Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous. Please don't be nervous. But what happens? You're nervous. Number 7, practice, practice, practice. If you want your auto suggestions to be effective, you need to practice them often. Repetition is the best way to influence the subconscious mind. How did you learn to do anything? You did it over and over and over and over again. It's the same with your suggestions. You need to do them over and over again until you actually feel that these auto suggestions are you and you are them. Auto suggestion is very effective if used properly, but it is not the end all be all. You should treat it as one of your tools in your toolkit dedicated to self-improvement. Like anything else, there are no shortcuts with this. But if you use persistent, diligent, repeated action, your life will change in incredible ways. I can guarantee it, Queen. After all this, don't expect anything less than the best. You deserve it. So be conscious of what you say, what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, the people you're around, because your subconscious mind is always listening.